So this is a video of my first attempt to cook a whole chicken on the pellet smoker, and it was a failure. The next time I do this, I'm not going to cook it in a foil pan. I'm not sure if it was sitting in the juices at the bottom or if just the airflow wasn't getting to the bottom of the pan. But when I probed the bottom of the chicken, primarily the thigh meat, it wasn't even close to being cooked all the way through. Whereas the breasts were already up above 170. So I wouldn't suggest cooking it this way. I'm just keeping this video up to look back on. And next week when I cook the whole chicken, I'm not going to be using a foil pan inside the smoker. Alright, first whole chicken on the pellet smoker. My goal is to do my family's Thanksgiving turkey on this cooker this year, so I'm really trying to limit the chances of a catastrophic failure happening on that day. My plan is to make a whole chicken every week for the next 4 or 5 weeks, and at that point, the following week, I'll try a full-size turkey in preparation for that Thanksgiving Day cook. So on this first attempt, what I did was I brined the chicken overnight in a brine of a half cup of kosher salt, 3 sprigs of fresh rosemary, and a 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme. And we'll show you that in a minute, that process. And then the following morning, I took the chicken out, I patted it dry, I wiped it down with avocado oil, and I used 2 teaspoons of kosher salt and 2 teaspoons of coarse black pepper as a very simple rub on the exterior of the chicken. Alright, our pellet grill is up to 250, so it's time to throw the chicken on. Alright, so we're about 4 hours into the cook. We got the breast of the chicken probing at 170 degrees. So we're just going to use our instant read thermometer now and check around in a few places to make sure that's consistent. And if all is well, we're just going to wrap it up with aluminum foil and bring it inside to rest for about an hour before we cut it up. That's at 173. This thigh right here is actually only probing in the low 160s, underneath 165. So that's the one that had the burnt bone there. So that's interesting. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this in foil and I'm gonna let it cook a little bit longer. I wanna be incredibly safe and make sure this thigh is above 165 before we let it rest. All right. Alright, so we'll check back in probably another 15-20 minutes and see if that thigh gets up to 165.